Home of the Cardinals since 2006. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Washington Nationals taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. First pitch coming your way next. About to get started here. And now here's the starter for St. Louis, Sonny Gray.
Great sinker. Although it's not his primary pitch, it's really a pitch that he can go to, misses the barrel of the bat, gets ground balls, and lets the defense work behind him.
And the batter will be the shortstop, C.J. Abrams.
Shortstop, C.J. Abrams.
Come on, Sonny.
And that misses. And we're underway from St. Louis. That one well upstairs. And it's 2-0.
Go home, Nats.
There's a strike.
2-1.
And downstairs. Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
Punch him out.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Here's the rookie right fielder, Dylan Cruz. Swings and misses. That's strike one.
One strike.
Abrams aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play.
Let's go, Sonny.
Misses off the plate. 1-2 to count.
Sit him down.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Strike him out.
That one outside, and it's 2-2. And there's a ball.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
It's a strikeout, but they'll be in good shape if they make their outs as difficult as that one. Those grinding ABs take a toll on a pitcher as the game goes on.
At the plate, James Wood.
Let's go, Sonny.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
One ball, no strike.
Just missed. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Sonny Gray checks on the runner. Two 2-1 now. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Throw to second. Save.
Yeah, I like being aggressive right there with 2 outs. It's kind of a classic steal situation. If you get thrown out, no big deal. That guy at the plate leads off the next inning. Now, a single to the outfield can push a run across.
Let's go, Cardinals!
Man at second. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back here in St. Louis, and on the mound for Washington in this one, Mackenzie Gore.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now up for St. Louis, Mason Wynn. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. Lined, and that's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Waste no time there. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
First and second, no outs. Wilson Contreras next up for the Cardinals. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1. Gets him to chase after that one. And that skips in the dirt. First and second here, no outs. That one not close. And it's 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
And a pitch. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Nolan Arenado stands in here, takes ball 1 low.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
On the ground to second, might be 2. Can't glove it cleanly. To second, that's 1. On to low. It's a double play.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
Second inning set to go. And here's the DH for Washington, Josh Bell.
Nationals go home.
Gray back to work. Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss.
1-2.
Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fly ball to right. Walker gets under it. And out number 1 on the grab.
Batting 6, second baseman.
And now it's Luis Garcia.
Let's go, Card.
Fastball in for a strike, 0-1.
0-1.
This one in the air center field.
All right, here we
Scott
go.
settles under this one. Hauls it in for the out. 2 away.
Batting 7th, catcher, Keibert Ruiz.
2 down, bases empty. Now, Keibert Ruiz.
Let's do it, Cardinals. Swing.
And it's fouled away. Late swing, foul to the left. No score here in the second. Foul ball still 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And 1-2.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Left field, Nootbaar on the move. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back in St. Louis as the Cardinals come up to hit here in the last of the second. We head to the bottom of the second, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Brendan Donovan.
Come on, Brendan. St. Louis. Yeah. Woo. All right, St. Louis.
Right down the chute. That's strike 1. Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
Go Cardinals! Come on, Cardinals!
On the ground. On the run, throw to first. Got him. Great play to keep the leadoff man off base.
Oh, it's a nice forehand stop. Kept the ball from getting to the outfield, but he had a little trouble getting rid of it and had to take an extra step, which cost you some time. But he recovered, made a good, strong throw, and he still got the out.
So up next, Lars Nootbaar. Inside, and it's 1-0. One down, base is empty.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
All right, Cardinals.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Let's go Cardinals! Go Cardinals!
Strike.
One out, base is empty.
Let's go.
That one misses, and the count's full.
Camp.
And that's too high, ball 4.
It's not easy laying off that pitch. It's designed to fool you, but he just wasn't fooled at all.
Jordan Walker next up for the Cardinals.
Come on, Jordan. Come on, let's keep it going.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Nootbaar, the base runner at first with 1 out.
Go, Cards, go.
That's outside. Now 2 balls and a strike. Here goes the runner. Swing and a ground ball. Throws to first in time. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
Batting 8, catcher, Ivan Herrera.
And now it's Ivan Herrera. Fastball for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Slice the other way and foul. That one to first, and that chance handled. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So 1 left for the Cardinals. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Back here in St. Louis, all set for the start of the inning. Up now for Washington, Jose Tena. Tena getting to start at 3rd, 23 years old. He joined the team as a free agent.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Fly ball center field. Scott hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Batting 9,
Jacob
7th
Young
hitter,
digging in
Jacob
for the
Young.
Nationals.
Here we go, Cardinals.
That's outside, and that is ball 1. Strike 1.
Well, interesting strategy there. He must have seen something after that first pitch. Didn't attempt to bunt, but here on the second one, he does.
Yeah, that's fouled off. High fly ball down the left field line. Nootbaar in a dead sprint. And that's a foul ball. And a foul ball, he stays alive. And that one is downstairs. And the count's even at 2. Good eye right there.
Strike.
Strike him out.
One down, base is empty. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. That's in there. Strike one. Two down, nobody on. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back. And that one is going to go. He sends it out of here. And it gives them the lead in the third. It's 1-0.
Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Dylan Cruz digs in now. Right through there for a strike. Two outs. He swings and fouls one off. And a swing and a miss. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Nats on the board first, courtesy of this solo homer. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Busch Stadium as we go to the last of the third. Now up for St. Louis, Victor Scott. Shortened the bunt and missed it, and it's 0-1. And there's the strike. That missed by a lot. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Let's win, Cardinals!
And the 1-2 misses to even the count. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Get out of here, DC!
And that's in the dirt. And a full count now.
Let's go, Card!
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Now batting, shortstop.
And now the shortstop, Mason Wynn. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. That pitch in for a strike, 0-1.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
That one inside, and the count 1-2.
2 strike.
Let's go, St. Louis. Come on, St. Louis.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
So now here's the Cardinals' designated hitter, Alec Burleson. Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. And that is that.
Are you kidding me?
And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the fourth. Now the left fielder, James Wood. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, these Nats showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Here's Nathaniel Lowe. Went down on strikes his first time through.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Strike 2.
1 and 2.
That one ran inside, almost got him. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the switch hitting first baseman Josh Bell. Inside, just missed. Two outs, base is empty. Right through there for a strike. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. And that is downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one is inside.
3 and 2.
Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down for Washington, but they still lead it 1-0. Bottom of the 4th. Here's Contreras now.
First baseman, Wilson Contreras.
Let's go, Cardinals.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
You know, these Cards, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
And now 1 and 2.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. That one down the line, and that's just foul.
You can do it, Cardinals.
2-2 now. Popped up. Garcia. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down.
Now batting, third baseman.
Here's Nolan Arenado. He hit into a double play his first time up.
Let's go,
Nolan Arenado at the plate. Arenado, guy who delivers big-time power at the dish and will probably go down as one of the greatest defensive third basemen of all time. Misses inside. 2-0. And speaking of that defense, it's hard to imagine that in high school, Arenado shared the left side of the infield with another elite defender, Matt Chapman, at El Toro High School in California. Lifted in the air, right center field. Cruz sizing this one up, makes the grab, 2 away down.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Brendan Donovan, next up for the Cardinals. Grounded out his first time. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
And there's the strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle, hope he gets a mistake.
Let's go, Cardinals.
Hit weakly on the ground. And foul ball. And that's in the dirt. And they'll do it again. That one just misses the outside corner. Now 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. Just off the outside edge.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Two outs. High fly ball, right field. Cruz pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that is that. No runs, no hits, no errors. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Nationals 1 and the Cardinals nothing. Back here in St. Louis, top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Luis Garcia.
Come on, Cardinals.
Go, St. Louis!
Gray back to work. And there's a foul ball.
Come on, Cardinals!
Next offering is fouled back. That's off the mark. Now 1-2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. To the right side. Fires over to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Now batting, catcher, Keibert Ruiz.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz. Fly to left his first time.
All right, Cardinals, let's go, St. Louis.
Swinging a foul straight back. One down, base is empty. In the air to left center. Nootbaar puts it away. That's out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose Tena.
2 down, base is empty. Jose Tena digging in for the Nationals.
Come on, St. Louis.
Check swing, called strike. Next offering is down low. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. A little bit low. 2-1. In the air, left field, down the line. And it hops over the wall for an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
And now, Jacob Young right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Tena at second with 2 down. Next offering is in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Man on second, 2 down. That just misses. Going to count 1 and 2.
Ooh, I thought he'd bite right there.
Hit on the ground to short. Now the throw to first on the run. Got him. Nice play. Nationals leave 1, but they hold a 1-0 lead. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Lars Nootbaar.
Nootbaar.
And a base hit on a line. And they have their first base runner since the 2nd inning.
Now batting, right fielder.
Dominant performance for him today, Boone. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
No outs, runner at first. And now the right fielder, Jordan Walker. He's 0 for 1. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
And that one is lifted in the air. Wood makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And now the Cardinals catcher, Ivan Herrera. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
No ball. 1
Man
strike.
at first, 1 away. Turned on, but foul wide of third. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The tag, and they get him at second. That's a double play. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Nationals 1 and the Cardinals nothing. Back here in St. Louis, top 6. Here's C.J. Abrams now. Abrams, a former All-Star, 24 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2019. Action in the pen down there. JoJo Romero getting ready to go. Leahy getting loose as well. And another ball.
That's a ball. 2 balls, no strike.
Right through there for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Nootbaar makes the grab, and there's one away.
Now batting, right fielder Dylan Cruz.
Dylan Cruz now at the plate. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Let's do it, Cardinals.
That one fouled off. Swing and a miss. That's the sweeper.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
And a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Next to hit for the Nats, James Wood. 0 for 2 in this one.
Come on, let's get the ground ball.
Line drive, Adam in center field.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Sonny Gray will depart, and he exits in line for the loss, but overall he pitched pretty well. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a minute.
Now pitching.
So they
for
turn to the lefty in
Cardinals.
this spot, Zach Thompson.
Number
And they felt it was
57.
time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Now a chance for Nathaniel Lowe.
Go Cardinals. Come on, Cardinals.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Throw save. That's a stolen base. The 2-1. And a foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down. And we're in the top half of the 6th.
Strike him out.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Nasty fork ball for strike 3. And the Redbirds bullpen comes through. 9-1 and 2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Nationals 1 and the Cardinals nothing. Back here at Busch Stadium, bottom of the 6th inning. Now up for St. Louis, Victor Scott. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor.
No ball, 1 strike.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
Bunt attempt, but that goes foul.
Let's go Cardinals. Go Cardinals, go.
In the air, left field, down the line. And that will drop foul.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
The next pitch misses, and that's ball one. Got him swinging.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner. When with 2 strikes, you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals.
Go, Cards, go!
That one inside, 1-0.
Wait for your pitch.
Go Cards!
Late swing fouled off. Next pitch is outside.
Good eye.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Hauls it in on the warning track.
Thought that was a no-doubter. I think the win was holding that in this ballpark.
Next is the designated hitter, Alec Burleson, 1 for 2.
Here we go, Cardinals.
Foul ball there. The Cards trailing by a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
1 and 2.
And that skips in the dirt. Got him. Larry Bullard rings him up. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. And it remains 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 7th, and now up for Washington, Josh Bell.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. Just missed. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground, and it goes just foul. That's down and in. A slider missed.
Sit him down. Strike. Ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Come on, punch him out.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Out to short.
Move it.
Fires across the diamond, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Now batting, second baseman, Luis Garcia.
Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals.
Come on, Cardinals.
And that is out of play. Base is empty, one away. Here in the top half of inning number 7.
Let's win, Cardinals.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Curve in the dirt. Got him. And 2 away to start the 7th.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Ruiz in the box again. Takes the strike. Popped foul out of play off to the right.
Let's go, Cardinals.
Good job to fight that one off.
Let's go, St. Louis. Come on, St. Louis. Woohoo!
Line drive. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Nothing doing for Washington, but they're on top 1-0.
Now pitching for
Now on the mound for the Nationals, Derek
number
Law.
58.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1. Fought off foul. Looking to get the tying run on base. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
You can do it, Cardinals. You can do it.
And just misses with that one.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still able to fire over, but he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single.
No problem beating out the infield hit right there. Good hustle getting down the line. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss.
No ball.
Throw to second. Ow!
Well, this is a real momentum killer after the leadoff single. Tried to steal second base on the first pitch. Defense was all over it. Nicely done from behind the plate with the catch and throw. Then a quick tag before he reaches the base.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. And 1-2. Movement in the bullpen. Jose A. Ferrer looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Sims, a right-hander, loosening up as well. Next offering is downstairs.
That's a really good take.
3 balls. Strike.
And a base hit right there. And the tying run is on base.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So digging in, Brendan Donovan. Runner on the go. Fouled off. He was late. Arenado stands at first with one out. Next pitch is outside. That's a base hit. And the go-ahead run is on base.
Couple of singles back-to-back. Pretty good spot. Hard and inside, but that's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body. The ability to take that back up the middle shows his approach is to use the entire field. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
And fouled off. One out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Swing and a ground ball down the line, and it's foul. And that one popped in the air, left field. Wood flashes the leather on the run and catch.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Derek Law done for the afternoon, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for
Jose A. Ferrer gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Next to hit, Jordan Walker. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
First pitch, not close. And that drops in for a strike. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Out to short. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and they don't get an out on the play.
Well, a big swing of the bat right there. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ball game.
catcher
Ivan Herrera next up for the Cardinals.
Boog, this has been a good one. A really good game to this point, and huge opportunity with the bases loaded.
Get the run.
All right, let's go. All right, let's go.
First pitch misses.
1-0.
2 outs. Bases are full.
Bring it home now. Come on.
That misses. 2 balls, no strikes.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
2 outs. And the slider just misses.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
That's in there. 3 balls and a strike.
All right, let's go.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. That is the inning. So a strong showing there from the Nats bullpen. 8th inning coming up. It's the Nationals 1 and the Cardinals nothing. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Matthew Liberator.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, one-run game, and now Jose Tena. Curve in the dirt.
You know, these Nationals, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Pitch misses inside, 3-1. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Now batting.
So up next, Jacob Young. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. Strike in there. Throw. Save.
Let's go. Come on.
Runner at second. Nobody out. Bunting for a hit, he pops it up. Donovan calls it in, and there's one away. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit, and when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or it can be bunted right back at a position player.
And now here's the Nationals leadoff man, C.J. Abrams. His homer earlier is responsible for the only runs they've scored in this one.
Yeah, forget small ball. They're kind of living and dying by the long ball so far in this one.
That one's upstairs, ball one. Movement in the bullpen for the Cardinals, Jojo Romero. A lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Fernandez, also getting ready.
Come on, Cardinals.
Man at second.
No, that's a ball.
Let's go.
And another ball.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
There's the strike, 95 of that one.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
And now it's filled up.
Handful.
Strike him out.
On the ground at first, and he can't come up with it. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single. Contreras gets it to first. Quick recovery from the misplay pays off for the out. Up now for Washington, Dylan Cruz. 1 for 3.
Let's go, Card.
And that drops in for a strike. And that one is inside, ball one. Next pitch in for a strike, 1-2.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
And a base hit knocks in a run.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Next to hit for the Nats, James Wood. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Nootbaar makes the catch, and that's the third out. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 2-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show.
Now pitching for the
Back
Nationals.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Lucas Sims.
Lucas Sims.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Victor Scott.
Center fielder.
If there's nobody on in front of him, you know, a single for him many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
You know, these Cardinals looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
St. Louis, yeah, woo! All right, St. Louis.
And that one fouled off.
All right, Cardinals.
That's down and in.
You got this.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Stays alive. And that one almost got him.
You got this.
In the air, right side. Cruz should have this one. He's got it, and there's one down.
Now batting. The shortstop.
Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals.
Let's go Cardinals. Go Cardinals, go.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Well struck right field. Cruz reaching back towards the wall. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Well, I think the wind ended up being a factor right there. It's whipping in from right field right now. So otherwise, I think that ball's out of here.
And next is the designated hitter, Alec Burleson.
Come on, St. Louis.
That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Go Cardinals. Come on, Cardinals.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands.
Go, Cards, go.
And that one missing inside, a sharp slider.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. And that's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Nice liner.
Now batting
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Lucas Sims won't go any further. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. So they bring on their closer in the 8th, Jorge Lopez.
Now pitching for the Nationals, number 21, Jorge Lopez.
Here comes Wilson Contreras. And that's outside. Ball 1.
Go Cards!
The tying run at the plate. And that one missing low.
2 balls, no strike.
And another ball. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
Tying run at the plate.
Yeah. 3-1.
And the 3-1. Right through there for a strike.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Out there to center. Young coming on. Long run, tracks it down. And that is the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Nationals 2 and the Cardinals nothing.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound.
Number
Jojo
59.
Romero. He has a great slider with tons of movement. And the batter now, Nathaniel Lowe. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3.
Come on, Cardinals!
Romero in his 5th season, 28 years old. And he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2016. Ground ball right side.
Hustle, hustle.
Tosses to first. Now 1 gone in the 9th.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Josh Bell.
Josh Bell at the plate now. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout.
Let's win, Cardinals!
In there, and it's 0-1.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
One down, base is empty. And now it's even up. Action in the St. Louis bullpen. John King, the southpaw, is throwing and getting that sinker dialed in. Leahy also throwing.
Let's go, Cardinals!
Tap foul at the plate. Outside low. It's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And now 2 gone.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
So 2 down now. And here is Luis Garcia. Gets the slider in there for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Two down, nobody on. Swings and misses, struck him out. Nothing doing here this half. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Nationals 2 and the Cardinals nothing. Nato comes in to take his cuts.
St. Louis, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Headed down the line. Cruz on the move towards the line. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Cruz makes the grab, one away.
Now batting, second baseman, Brendan.
He's 2 outs away. Brendan Donovan. Next up for the Cardinals. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And a foul ball. And now 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. The Cardinals trailing by 2 here in the last half of inning number 9. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And a superb diving catch.
That diving catch right there is the kind of play that just fires up the team, whether it's to make more great defensive plays or to get back in the dugout and swing the sticks.
Newbar.
One out left for the Cardinals. And up next for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. That's too low. And it's 1-0.
1-0.
Two outs. And that one fouled off. Foul ball. 2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. And a ground ball to first. Sneaks through, base hit.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there, down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Now up for St. Louis, Jordan Walker. Lifted to left, and that should do it. Makes the catch, ball game, and the Nationals claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
This was by no means an offensive outburst, only 4 hits the entire game, but good teams find a way to win, and they did.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got a perfect day for baseball. It's the Washington Nationals taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after
And
this.
now, please welcome your St. Louis Cardinals.
Just about set, getting the nod on the mound. It's Sonny Gray. And Singy, he's one of the most dominant arms in all of baseball.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Got him. Larry Bullard rings him up.
Batting second.
And now up for Washington, Dylan Cruz. And that one is in for a strike. That one the other way. That's a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And now James Wood. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball one. Sonny Gray checks on the runner. Cruz back in on a dive.
Come on, Sonny.
Cruz leads off first with one away. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And there are two outs.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like to throw it because it threw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
Let's go, Sonny.
Two outs. Swing and a foul straight back.
Go Cardinals.
And now 1-2.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
And down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So one left for Washington. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. There's no score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here in St. Louis, and on the hill, the lefty, Mackenzie Gore. What do we have on him?
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand, and because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch, and before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Mason Wynn.
The shortstop, Mason Wynn.
And there's a foul ball. Kicks and deals. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back there. That's long gone. And they grab the lead. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Hitter recognizes that breaking ball that's up in the zone. He hopes that it just comes down enough that it's a pitch he can attack. Well, he was right on top of that one. Really good swing.
And now the DH, Alec Burleson. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And down on strikes he goes. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. It's hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. One out, base is empty. And that's off the inside edge. And now it's even 1-1. And that one wrapped foul. One down, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Batting fourth.
Here's Nolan Arenado.
Nolan Arenado.
Come on, Nato.
That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
Come on, Nolan.
And a curve misses outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a foul out of play.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Not close with that one. And the count is 2-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Cards on the board first with this solo blast. It's an early 1-0 lead. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back.
Leading
Top of the
off for
second.
Washington,
Now here
the
is
designated
Josh
hitter,
Bell.
Josh Bell.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
Gray back to work. In the air, right field. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Center field. Scott. Corrals it. And a quick out, number one.
Batting sixth, second baseman, Luis Garcia.
So digging in, Luis Garcia.
All right, Cardinals, let's go, St. Louis.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. Right through there for a strike. Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate.
Boog, Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes he'll have you guessing a little bit, but overall, well-respected umpire in the league.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate.
No, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground.
Here we go.
And that's a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. And the Nationals gone in order. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Bottom of the second.
Leading
Now
off
up for
for
St.
St.
Louis,
Louis,
Brendan Donovan.
Third baseman, Brendan Donovan.
Let's go, Brendan.
Tapped on the ground softly to short. Abrams
Get there.
tosses to first. That's 1 out, the bottom of the second.
Batting sixth, left fielder, Lars Nootbaar.
Lars Nootbaar will hit next.
Let's go, Cardinals.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
All right, St. Louis.
And that's in there at the knees.
Come on, Cardinals, come on.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
Jordan Walker in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Two out, space is empty.
No, that's a ball.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1.
Let's go, Card.
Bottom of the zone and a called strike. Just missed.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one.
He steps on the bag. St. Louis goes down in order. Redbirds down quietly. They lead it 1-0. Back here in St. Louis, top half of the third inning. Now the third baseman, Jose Tena.
Go back to Washington, Nats.
Tena in the 8th spot in today's lineup. Usually a shortstop, but today starts at third. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Nootbaar makes the catch, and there's one away.
Batting ninth, center fielder Jacob Young.
And stepping in is the speedy Jacob Young.
Let's do it, Cardinals. Swing now.
Late on that fastball.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Next offering in there for a strike. 0-2.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Hit in the air, center field. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, shortstop C.J. Abrams.
So the batting order turns over. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
All right, St. Louis.
And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
This hitter loves attacking the first pitch, so not giving him something to hit is a good move.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Next offering is in for a strike. He swings and fouls one off.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Just off the inside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one out to right. Walker. And that is that. Set for the bottom of the third. Here's the catcher, Ivan Herrera.
Ivan Herrera.
Late swing fouled off. And a foul ball. Off the plate inside. And the count is 1-2.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Ah, that hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. Victor Scott next up for the Cardinals.
Center fielder.
Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, he went right after him with fastballs and that at bat. Nothing else he needed to put him away. And these days, the classic strikeout pitch with the fastball is up around those letters. So Pretty impressive strikeout from a pitching point of view right there.
Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Mason Wynn. That clips the corner. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Next offering is fouled back. Man at first, one away. Hit on the ground, might be two. Off balance feed, there's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Alec Burleson getting ready to hit. His first at bat was a strikeout. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Runner on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Throw. Save. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. That misses the zone, and that's ball one. Right through there, got him. So he picks up his sixth strikeout of the ball game. The Cards leave one, but they lead it 1-0. Back here at Busch Stadium. Now it's the right fielder, Dylan Cruz. And that one upstairs, ball one.
Well, these Nats just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Wood batting with one down, takes a strike. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Hard hit left side. Throws to first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. Struck out looking his first time. And another ball. 2-0. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. And now 2-2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
That's out to center field. Scott makes the catch, inning over. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the first baseman, Wilson Contreras. Late on that fastball.
0-1.
Just missed.
1-1.
And That's outside.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Fastball for a strike at 95.
Let's win, Cardinals.
And that's
Three
down
ball.
and away.
Strike.
Popped up,
Oh, come on.
and there's one down.
Now batting, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
So now it's Nolan Arenado. Struck out swinging his first time.
Come on, Cardinals, wake up!
That's in for a strike at 95. 0-1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
0-2.
One down, base is empty.
Whoa. 1 and 2.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
That one missing inside. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it.
Now batting, second baseman, Brendan Donovan.
So up next, Brendan Donovan. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Two down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth.
Let's go, Cardinals.
That one lined into left field, and that's base hit.
Nice hit.
Now batting, left fielder, Lars.
And up next for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. He's 0 for 1. Now it gets away from Ruiz. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Can't imagine he's too happy with that one on the mound. Just one pitch after giving up the single, he basically turns it into a double.
The lefty, the 1-0. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. Donovan around third. He's safe. It's 2-0.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
So a man aboard. Jordan Walker, the next to hit.
Let's go, St. Louis! Come on, St. Louis!
Fastball for a strike. And that's a little bit high. And a count even 1-1. And it's fouled away. Two outs.
2 balls. 2
This
strikes.
one in the dirt. This one lifted in the air, left field. Wood makes the play, and that will end the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run, and it's 2-zip. You're dialed into the show. Ready now for the fifth inning. Now it's the DH, Josh Bell.
Let's go, Cardinals!
Gray back to work. Ball one there.
You know, these Nationals just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Up next for the Nationals, second base.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals. Caught looking his first time up. And that is out of play. Bell gets his lead at first. Nobody out.
Come on, St. Louis!
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Check swing, and he went. And the count 1-2.
Punch him out!
Ground ball right side, could be 2. Here's Wynn for 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Up next for Washington, catcher, Keibert Ruiz.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Keibert Ruiz. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Yeah, that's fouled off. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Sit him down!
The 0-2. To third. Oh, great stop. Throw to first, and they get the out.
I know they called Ozzie Smith the wizard, but Nolan Arenado, he's a wizard over there at the hot corner. Seems like we see him make plays like this on a daily basis.
And now it's going to be Jose Tena. Fly to left his first time. In for a strike. 0-1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
So runner in scoring position, and now the tying run comes to the plate. And we're at the top of the 5th.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's go, Cardinals!
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1-2.
And he dodges that fastball.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Punch him out!
And now it's 3-2. Jacob Young in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
Strike him out!
Smash to the left side.
Come on!
Gets it to first, and that is the inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Nationals nothing. Back here in St. Louis, John Sciambi with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Ivan Herrera.
Come on, Cardinals.
Come on, Cardinals! Let's go, Cardinals!
That's a strike across the top of the zone. That one fouled hard the other way.
Ball one. One ball. 2 strikes.
Ground ball right side. It squirts through. And the leadoff man aboard.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Let's go. You can do it, Cardinals.
That one fouled off. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. That one missed. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect a pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
And now, Mason Wynn. Fouled off down the right side.
Get another one.
And a curve misses outside. Ball 1.
Let's keep it going!
And there's a ball.
1 strike.
Swing and a ball popped up. Garcia.
Oh, come on. Come on now.
He makes the grab. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Alec Burleson.
Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Go, St. Louis!
And ball 1. Herrera off of first with 2 away. That clips the corner.
1 ball, 1 strike. Let's go, Cardinals.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Line to left, and it stays fair. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Yeah, baby.
Up next for the Cardinals.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. 0 for 2 in this one. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Young in position. He's there. He's got it. And the inning is over. 2 left on. We're through 5. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Nationals nothing. New inning getting started. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Jacob Young.
All right, St. Louis.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
Ball 1 there. Got him looking. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. So the Nats lineup turns over. And the batter will be the shortstop, C.J. Abrams.
All right, Cardinal. Let's go, St. Louis.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
On the ground to third. Arenado to first in time. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Up next for the Nationals, right fielder Dylan Cruz.
And the batter now, Dylan Cruz. 1 for 2.
Come on, Cardinals. Come on.
In the air, out towards left center. Scott makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Nationals nothing. On to pitch now for the Nationals, Lucas Sims.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Lucas Sims.
Here's Nolan Arenado.
Leading off for St. Louis.
Arenado, a multi-Gold Glove Award winner, over 1,000 runs batted in his career, and he was a second-round pick back in 2009. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen, Zach Brixey looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Number 68 warming up as well.
Let's go, NATO.
And that misses. And the count is 1-1.
Let's go, Card.
Swings through that one out in front
1
that
ball.
time.
2 straight.
And downstairs. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 1 gone here.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Now it's going to be Brendan Donovan.
St. Louis. Yeah. Woo. All right, St. Louis.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th.
All right, Cardinal.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle.
Get there. Get there.
Abrams tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder Lars Nootbaar.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Lars Nootbaar.
Let's do it, Cardinal.
Let's go Cardinals. Go Cardinals. Go.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
No ball. 1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Tenna sizes this one up, squeezes it, and the inning is over. So they make short work of them there. 7th inning coming up. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Nationals nothing. Back here in St. Louis, top of inning number 7. Up now for Washington, James Wood. Looked like it was a little bit up.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
Ripped on a line. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Now he'll turn for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Really important at bat coming up now.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Nathaniel Lowe. There's a strike.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
The tying run at the plate. And that one fouled off.
Punch him out!
Strike him out.
Outside. 1-2 the count.
1-2.
Sit him down.
And that one hit to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Here's Josh Bell.
You have to find a way to score the runner from third, especially with less than 2 outs. Wait for the pitch you want and hit it as hard as you can.
That's in there. Strike one.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Go Cards!
That one outside. 1-1. And that one fouled off.
Strike him out.
Tying run at the plate. And the sweeper misses.
Finish him.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Wood scores. It's an RBI single, and they trail by 1.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Sonny Gray will depart, and he was very good. They'll be happy with that, no doubt. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a minute.
Now pitching.
New pitcher for the Cardinals, Matthew Liberator.
Number 52. Matthew Liberator.
One down, runner at first. Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals. In there for strike 1.
0-1.
Swing and a ball popped up. And Arenado makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in. Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Out to short. Out number 3. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here at Busch Stadium, bottom of the 7th, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Jordan Walker.
Louis, right fielder, Jordan Walker.
That one ripped, but foul. And that misses. And it's a ball and a strike.
Let's win, Cardinals.
And that just misses.
2-2.
Come on, Cardinals, wake up!
And it remains 2-2.
Come on, St. Louis!
Towards first, low. He takes it on his own, and 1 away in the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting, catcher, Ivan Herrera.
Now at the plate, Ivan Herrera.
Here we go, Cardinals.
That to right, Cruz under this one. Brings it in. 2 down.
Now batting, center
Now up
fielder,
for St. Louis, Victor Scott.
the second.
Let's go, Cardinals.
Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike.
No
0-1.
ball. One
Man, this
strike.
guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
You can do it, Cardinals. You can do it.
And that
That's
one
ball.
cutting but missing
1-1.
down low. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1.
Let's go, St. Louis! Come on, St. Louis!
Next offering is fouled back. On the ground to third.
Get there, get there.
Over to low.
You're out.
And that ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Nats 1. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Ahmed Rosario.
And he would be the tying run, Boog, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
Liberator back to work. Clips the corner, and it's 0-1.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Shortened the bunt and missed it, and it's 0-2.
Sit him down.
Just misses there.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
The other way.
Come on.
In plenty of time to first. First out in the top of the 8th.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
And now the center fielder, Jacob Young.
Come on, St. Louis.
And that one a little below the knees. 1-0. Swings and chases a low one there.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it, it's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
And a count 1-2. Holding on to a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Sit him down.
Inside, almost got him.
Strike him out.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
Punch him
Looking to get the tying run on base. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Got him! 2 out. Now it's the shortstop, C.J. Abrams. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. And that one hops the wall. And the double puts the tying run in scoring position with 2 away.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask. And now a crucial opportunity to tie up this game with another base hit.
Next to hit for the Nats, Dylan Cruz. 1 for 3. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Let's go, Cardinals.
So the tying run at second. Now a screamer into the outfield. Gone straight into the visitors' bullpen. And they add a pair. It's 3-2. Well, that swing changes things.
Yes, it does. They were in striking distance and they found a way to fight back big time. There was a sinker up in the zone. It looked like it came out of the pitcher's hand a little bit too early. Doesn't have the velocity that that good four-seam fastball does. And at the plate, he didn't miss it.
Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Matthew Liberatore is done, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching
Ryan
for the
Fernandez
Cardinals.
into the game.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
So 2 down. Now the left fielder, James Wood.
Go Cardinals.
Swing and a ball drilled center field. Scott settles under it. Hauls it in to end the inning.
There we go.
But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Derek
Now
Law.
pitching for the Nationals. Number
So digging
58,
in, Mason Wynn.
Derek
He's
Law.
already homered here in this one.
Come on, St. Louis.
Splits the plate, 0-1.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Swing and a foul out of play.
1
on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down one, any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
So now here's the DH, Alec Burleson. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw and save. Couldn't recover from the misplay.
Well, looked like a pretty routine play. Just couldn't get it to stick in the glove as he gets tagged with the error. Should have been 2 outs in the inning, but now they have to work around it and get 2 more.
1 down. And now the first baseman, Wilson Contreras. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. With the go-ahead run at the plate, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And fouled off. Strike 2.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball. But with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be.
And now 2-2. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on.
You got this.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going.
You got this.
In the air out to center, Young on the move. Long run, nice grab. And there's 2 down. To second, but way too late, safe there.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Nolan Arenado next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout.
All right, Cardinals, let's go, St. Louis. Come on, Cardinals, come on. Here we go.
That's to third, Rosario.
Get on your horse.
Sends it across to
Yep,
first,
he's out.
and that is that. So 1 left for the Cardinals, and it's still a 3-2 ball game. And we're back. We go to the 9th, and now here is
For Washington,
Nathaniel
first
Lowe.
baseman, Nathaniel Lowe.
Fernandez, a 6-foot righty. He features a slider, a 4-seamer, and occasionally uses a cutter.
Go St. Louis.
The 1-0. And another ball.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Wait. Ball 3.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Now batting, the
And here's the
designated
DH for
hitter,
Washington,
Bell.
Josh Bell.
Here we go. Turn 2.
That one ripped right center field. That's back.
Get down, ball. Get down.
Pulls it in on the warning track.
And he hammered that to straightaway center field. It's a deep part of the ballpark. Tell you what, that wind is blowing straight in. Got to be a big man if you're going to go through the wind of that part of the park. It just knocked that ball down.
Here's the second baseman, Luis Garcia. That one missed.
1-0.
Double play kills the inning.
There's a swing and a drive. That's down. One hops off the wall. And into second with one away. That's a double.
All over that one right there. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
K. Bert Rui calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order. And now it's Ahmed Rosario. Golden opportunity right here.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Right through there for a strike.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Get the out.
Now 1-1.
St. Louis, yeah, woo! All right, St. Louis.
Swings and misses and one down below the zone.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it, still try to get that ground ball double play.
Ground ball could be two. Fires to second for one. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it.
Just trying to sneak one through with the bases loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Jorge Lopez.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
So digging in, Brendan Donovan. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Fought off foul. Line drive, that's a base hit. And the tying run is on with a leadoff single.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Lars Nootbaar now at the plate. First pitch misses. One-run game, bottom nine. Yeah, that's fouled off. Rolled to short, could be two. To second for one, and it's over his head. And now two aboard. The winning run is on base.
Oh, that was a great chance to turn two with the 6-4-3 right there, but the feed to second, maybe the most important part of starting that double play, just didn't get it right there. And these players work on it a lot during batting practice, and if that feed's not on point, very difficult for the second baseman to make the turn.
Digging in, Jordan Walker outside with a breaking ball.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
Missed inside with the curve.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And another ball.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. Ball four, he walked in, and that keeps things going.
Definitely lost the handle during that sequence. 4 pitches for the walk, and that last one didn't even threaten the zone. Catcher might want to go talk to him.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Ivan Herrera will hit next.
Clear the bases.
All right, here we go. Come on now, get hit. Let's win, Cardinals.
And there's a ball.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
And that's a strike.
One ball, one strike.
Trying to close out a one-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Next offering is in for a strike.
One ball, two strike.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Grounder might be two. One at second, and a run scores on the double play.
It's always great when you can add a run, but in this situation with the bases loaded, double play is kind of a rally killer.
So now a pinch hitter for the Cardinals, Michael Ciani.
And this is a big at-bat coming, Boog. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So they can't push across the winning run, and that means free baseball here this afternoon. All tied up at 3 apiece.
Now pitching.
We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Ryan Helsley.
Number 56. Ryan Helsley.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now up for Washington, Jacob Young. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt.
Let's go, Cardinals.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Well, it's kind of deflating. You blow that lead in the bottom of the ninth. So here's a new opportunity. Hit the reset button, try to get some more runs, and then close it out in the bottom half of this one.
Man at second. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. Here's the 0-2. That's a little bit low.
Sit him down.
Got him swinging for the K. Some high cheese for strike 3.
I see it more commonly in the sport these days, but man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball, it eats, and if you're not ready, you're going to be walking back to the dugout.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, C.J. Abrams. 1 for 4 with a double. Into the outfield, base hit. Runner around third. The throw's offline, he's safe. It's 4-3.
What an aggressive secondary lead. That ball was smoked to left. To be able to score from second, not only great speed, but great instinct as well.
One out, runner at second. And here is Dylan Cruz. He's already homered in this game.
Let's go, St. Louis.
Helsley checks the runner, and he's back safely. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Runner at second here, one gone. And a swing and a miss there.
0-2.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Headed for the plate. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and it's a 2-run lead in extra innings.
That's a good job right there. You got 2 strikes on you, just got to battle.
Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Ryan Helsley done for the day. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching.
JoJo Romero on to pitch here.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
One gone, runner at first. Here's the left fielder, James Wood. First offering misses badly for ball 1. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Donovan to second, and they'll just get the 1.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
And here is Nathaniel Lowe. Two outs. Way out front for strike 2. Activity in the bullpen. Zach Thompson, the young lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Leahy getting loose as well. Gonna count 1 and 2. Wood leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Foul ball, still a 1 and 2 count. Move to first, and he's back in easily. Here's a 1-2. On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. Here's the pitch, runner on the go. In the air, left field. Nootbaar on the move. Brings it in, and that'll do it. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Last chance to even things up. We head to the bottom of inning number 10. It's the Nationals 5 and the Cardinals 3. Back here in St. Louis, and now the shortstop, Mason Wynn. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. The shortstop takes the ball. That one not close, and it's 2-1.
Not really attacking on the mound in this at bat. All breaking balls, so that makes me think they're not really wanting to challenge him here.
And here in the 10th, the leadoff man is out.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in a ball game like this, positioned perfectly.
Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals.
Designated hitter, Alec Burleson.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Come on, Cardinals.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No ball. 2 straight.
Way inside. Tying run at the plate. Lopez gets the swing and the miss. Now only 1 out remaining.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And here's the first baseman, Wilson Contreras. That one's in there. That's strike one.
No ball. One strike.
They're down to their final strike.
And at bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
The Redbirds down to their final strike. Hit to right, and that ought to do it. That's the ball game.
Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras into 10. So hard to pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of the opposing team down a bit, and you can steal a win and get out of here happy.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.